All right, there we are. All right, welcome everybody to our Force Nation team call, Sunday night team call. Tonight, we are going to be talking about the ABCs of social media. So some things that you should be doing, you shouldn't be doing. Some of it, for some of you, is going to be kind of basics of some of it is going to be new for you. Kind of depends on where you're at. Maybe some of it's just going to be some refreshers as well. There'll be time at the end for some Q&A. So we will make sure we do that. And if you have, or also if you have any things that you want to add to what I put in, because I kind of ended up, I was just saying, I was going to do this next week, and Dee asked me if I could do it tonight. So I kind of hurried up and did that because we just got back from Chicago a couple hours ago. So anyway, I'm going to put on the screen here. I'm going to screen share. So give me a second to make sure I click on the right one. Is that it? Desktop. I think that's the one I want, but it's not the right one yet. So let me put it on the right one. Is it that one? I'm getting there. Oh, here it is right here. This is what I wanted. All right. I'm getting there. Yes. All right. Everybody can see that? Yes or no, or thumbs up or something? Okay. Cool. All right. Here we go. All right, so first off, some announcements and such. I looked at our list for Success Club, and it seems like we're kind of having a tough month right now. So these are the people who are at least on the board. Casey and Jan and hubby Todd is on the board. And Dave has already hit Success Club 5. So it looks like the rest of us have a little bit of work to do, and I'm in that boat as well. So let's work on this last full week? Well, it's more than a week, but let's work on making sure that we're getting out there and really getting those invites put out and following up with people and all the stuff that we all know that we need to be doing, okay? And then we've got some new coaches that I don't know if they've all been officially announced on the call yet. So Candace is a new coach. She is one of Nicole's coaches, right? And then Trinity, I didn't check to see who that is with. And Ariel. And then Karen is a new coach of mine. I put her under Todd's Business Center, but she is one of the insanity instructors here in Des Moines with me. So we've been talking back and forth, and excuse me, she finally decided to come on board as a coach. So she is working on her new coach training and whatnot. So we will be seeing more of all of these coaches here, I'm quite sure, in the near future. So. And I don't think we've officially announced on the call our newest diamond, which is Nicole. So I just wanted to make sure that we got that official announcement out. So congratulations again, Nicole. So let's keep going here. All right. So here are some other announcements, things that are coming up this week. So there's going to be 2 coaching sneak peeks this week. One is tomorrow night, Monday night with Taryn. So if you are not officially in Taryn's group, you might not have seen that yet. I will make sure that I share it. She actually has it posted through her Facebook page, and then she has shared it with the team that's in her Facebook group. So that's going to be tomorrow night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern and 5:30 p.m. Pacific. And then we, as the Force Nation, will be doing one on Thursday night. That event will be going up here really soon. Like hopefully tonight. If not tonight, then tomorrow. So, hi, Doug. All right, so that one's going to be 9 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. Pacific. The sneak peek, and it will be through the Facebook events, kind of like what we've been doing in the past 3 or 4 months. And then the next thing is the Power Half Hour that Denise has been doing. That will be tomorrow night No, not tomorrow. Sorry. Thursday night, Tuesday night. Okay, back up. It'll be Tuesday night at 8:30 and 5:30. And then, of course, a national wake-up call, which is on Monday mornings. So make sure you plug into that. Try to get those, it's best to get onto these things live, and I know it can be a lot, but, there's always going to be recordings and such, but it's always better, at least in my mind, to try to get on it live because we're all busy, and if we just schedule it in instead of trying to go back and listen to these things later, sometimes it's just easier to do it when it's live. But anyway, so the national wake-up call, though, is tomorrow morning. So that's the first thing coming up here this week after this call. The new coach training, this is one that I was doing with my personally sponsored people and anybody who wanted to jump into it, because I know Denise and Dave are doing kind of their own thing, is going to be starting again tomorrow. I was out of town this week, so I haven't posted anything the last few days. So I am revamping just a little bit and making sure that I've got things updated. And I'm going to, with that one, if you're in it or if you're part of it, I'm going to just put a few days or a few lessons in at once so everybody can kind of work at it on their own pace. The Star Diamond training also, if you're going to be a part of that, you already know about that. That will be starting tomorrow. Those lessons are going to be video form, and they're going to come up on Mondays and Thursdays. I believe that's how I want to do it. And then we will be doing an Emerald to Diamond training here really soon. So just stay tuned for that. But we will be getting that started here really soon. I put up today on my way back from Chicago a thing so you guys can schedule calls with me if you don't already have one scheduled with me. Now this is for my personally sponsored coaches. Make sure that you're on that list or you get your name on that list. Make it a time that's going to be hopefully ideal for you on a regular weekly basis. It doesn't mean that if something comes up, you have an appointment or whatever, something comes up that we can't reschedule it or maybe postpone it for a week, because that's going to happen on my end as well from time to time. But otherwise, make it at a time that you think at least for the next few weeks would be a good regular time for you on a weekly basis. And for everybody else on the team, you definitely can also schedule a call with me, and it can be a weekly call, it can be a bi-weekly call, or even just a one-time call if you want. And that, like I said, that document, I put it up, it's in the Diamond Force group. What you're going to do, it's a Google Doc. You can just go in there. The times on there are Central Time Zone, so just, figure that out for your time zone, what it would be at that time. And you just go in to edit it and put your name in, and then message me with the phone number you want me to call you at, and just to let me know that, hey, I put a time up there. So, because I'm planning on checking it regularly, but just to be safe and make sure that it went through, and you never know what's going to happen with our technology nowadays. So
I'm raising my hand.
Oh, I can't even see because I got my slideshow on. Where are you? I can't even see you, but I hear you. Go.
How did you create that so that I can do that with my personally sponsored? Because that's pretty cool.
It's just the sheets. And I kind of was thinking about that today because I've been using Acuity Scheduling, and I love that. But then I'm thinking, well, the central region people have been just doing Google Docs when they're scheduling calls. So
it's like a Word doc?
It's on Google Docs, Google Drive. And it's sheets. Okay. So it's like the equivalent of Excel.
All right. So because I have Google Drive, mm-hmm. But when I clicked on your thing, it wanted me to download something to edit your page. So I don't have that. So I have to download whatever it is so that I can edit your page to add my name, and then I can make that there. I can recreate that. Because it's pretty cool. I like that.
Well, let me look at it on the computer because I did it on my phone when we were coming back from Chicago. So maybe there's another little something I got to switch, because I did see that I had not put on that it was people who had that link could edit it. I noticed that, so I thought I switched it, but maybe I didn't.
Okay.
So I probably should make some notes here.
Okay, sounds cool.
So let me find something to write on. I don't have my notebook next to me. I just want to make sure I make some notes here. Hold on.
Heidi's always cooking.
Check the Google Doc.
That'll be me tomorrow night.
Cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So let's see here. So simplify the ABCs of social media.
Social media.
I'm tired and I ate too much this past week while we were gone. So I'm like brain fog. The ABCs of social media, simplifying your social media for success. So if you came on a little bit late, I was just saying that some of the stuff is going to be old news to some of you. Some of it's going to be a reminder, and some of it might be hopefully new stuff for you. It's just some basic things. It's always good to get reminded of the basic things or to learn about them if you don't already know. So maybe you can learn from some of the mistakes that I've made and Denise has made. And, we all, at some point in time, are going to make mistakes in social media. But hopefully through those mistakes, we could teach you, so help you avoid some of those growing pains as well. So that's kind of what I've tried to come up with here tonight for you. So here we go. All right, first off, Facebook. I want you to think about your profile. Now that is your regular Facebook page, the one that that you saw this event through, that you're on the team groups and stuff. Here's some things that you need to make sure that you are doing. I want you to make sure you have a picture of you as your profile picture, not of any of your favorite pet, not of your kids, not of your favorite quote. I mean, every once in a while, yes, you can switch it up if there's something going on, but for just typical reasons, make sure that you have a picture of you, because you're going to be using your social media for people to connect with you and to figure out if they want to get to know you. And if you have a picture of your cat on there, they're not going to know who you are. All right. So, and the same thing, also make sure that it is just you and not you and somebody else. Because if somebody you send a friend request to or whatnot, they're trying to figure out if they know you, or if they want to accept your friend request, and you have a group of people, or you and your sister, or you and a friend, they're not going to know which one's you. So just make sure that you have you, okay? Then your cover photo is the other place where on your profile people can get an idea of who you are. So use that, especially if you're a newer coach, to just be something that shows you. Something that shows something about you. It doesn't have to necessarily be you in it, but something that shows a little peek into your life, of something that you're interested in, something that you love about. And as we go on, we could teach you how to make headers where you could have like a few different pictures, like what Denise has. So just don't worry about that right now. Just have something that kind of shows who you are as a person. So it doesn't have to be of you, but it has to be something that you are passionate about and you love, or something that means something to you. Then you have your about section. Go ahead and fill that out as detailed as you can. However, I'm going to say the don'ts for the next page. So I'm going to not go off onto that little tangent. So just make sure it's information about you that you want to share, that you want people to know about you. There's a whole bunch of different sections on there. So just fill that out the best that you can, and with as much detail as you're comfortable with this time, understanding that your social media, you are going to have to be more of an open book. So people will want to get to know you and learn to trust and like you and all that stuff. All right. So make sure that you put as much, if you're a little hesitant right now, you can kind of just do a basic information section there, but understand that as time goes on, you're going to want to put more and more of your story out there for people to get to know you. Also, post things that show who you are as a person. I'm also going to say, it's like, it doesn't mean that you can't talk about things that you're passionate about, but try not to be a jerk. Okay. Try to keep your post as positive as you can. Try to not be insulting and not be negative. That's going into my not to do's, but try to keep things as positive, because there are a lot of negative things on Facebook. And I'll tell you what, right now I get lots of friend requests, and I will look at them, and if their first 2 or 3 posts are something negative or nasty, or they're bashing people, or they've got a lot of sex or cuss words or whatever, I'm like, nope, we're not going to be friends. It doesn't mean that you can't say the F word every once in a while, but don't have a whole bunch of just negative, nasty posts up there, which none of you guys do. But just as a reminder, try to keep things as positive as you can, so people like to come to your page and they enjoy seeing what you post. Which brings me to the next one. Posting 3 times a day is ideal. And it doesn't have to all be the same thing. It could be, a little bit about your workouts. The workout that you did today, make an accountability post. It could be something positive, a positive, motivating post. Share a recipe or 2. Provide value, help people be happy that they are connected with you and they enjoy seeing what you post. Because I'll tell you what, if you haven't gotten it yet, you will. By doing this, you will get people telling you how much they enjoy your Facebook and how much they love seeing the things that you post. And I told a story several weeks ago how somebody stopped, and I'm friends with here in Des Moines, stopped me in a grocery store, and I didn't even know who she was. And she's like, Rebecca. And I'm thinking, okay, because I teach classes and everything, I'm like, hi. And she's like, oh, she introduced herself. She goes, I just want to tell you how much I love seeing your Facebook posts. You're always posting such wonderful things. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. So people will notice that, but make sure it's, it's authentically you, but just post things that are positive and work up to doing it 3 times a day as often as possible. Ask questions. We also call those call to actions. Ask questions to boost engagement. Without going, especially for newer coaches, I don't want to go too deep down to this rabbit hole, but it's called the affinity. So if your posts are getting a lot of attention, then Facebook will show them to more posts. Just like there's people on my Facebook, I have one person just had twins, another one just had triplets. These people, you're going to see every post that they post because everybody is liking it and commenting on it. Doesn't mean that you have to have a baby to get your affinity up there, but say things and make it engaging so people will so Facebook will continue to show it to more people. And they change it all the time. So Facebook likes to keep us guessing on that, but we do know if you ask questions and you do things that are engaging, then more people will see your post and they will comment on it. Which brings me to replying to those comments and questions as soon as possible. It doesn't even matter, and as a team, it's great that we like and comment on each other's things because that also still boosts the affinity for people who are not on our team to see these as well. So even comment back to, comment for us to comment on each other's posts and make sure that you comment back to them as soon as possible. I've even heard other coaches talk about, it's like, don't post and run. Sometimes that's not entirely possible to not post and run, especially if as you go along, you can learn how to schedule your posts. But just make sure that you're checking periodically. Doesn't mean you have to be stuck on Facebook all day, but make sure you check it periodically so you can reply back to comments as often as possible. So if you think of anything that you want to add later on, you can either raise your hand or you can just jot it down and we'll come to that at the end, okay? Because I'm sure I'll probably forget something and you'll think of something that you want to add, especially you diamond coaches on here. All right, so some of the things what not to do. Like we already talked about, don't have a picture of something else in your profile or of someone else. Don't have something that's salesy on your cover photo. This is for your regular Facebook page. It doesn't mean that you can't say that you're a coach or that you love health and fitness. Don't put Beachbody on there. Don't put Shakeology, a big box of Shakeology on there. Don't do things like that. Just make it things that are about you. All right. Make sure that you don't leave your about section empty or put all sorts of references to Beachbody on there. And even where it says that your occupation, I'm gonna recommend don't just necessarily put Beachbody coach on there. This is more advanced in a way, but as you get your Facebook page up and going, you could put you're a health and fitness coach at your Facebook page. All right, but that's something down the road for those of you who are newer, so don't worry about that. Don't post things that are salesy. That's another fun way to get your Facebook shut down. And it's just freaking annoying. Some of the, It Works people, they just post everything and it's like price tags and buy this from me today and you're going to lose friends and people are not going to want to follow you. They're not going to want to buy from you. That is being an infomercial, and you don't want to be an infomercial on your Facebook page. And I heard that here recently, and maybe we talked about it last week. Didn't that come up last week, Denise? So don't make your Facebook profile an infomercial, because people don't want to buy from an infomercial, especially one that's just like, here, buy this and buy that from me. Okay. I've lost friends. I've had, people I know in person. They're like, oh, it's back in the day, back a long time ago. They're like, all you ever do is just sell on there. And I'm not coming onto your Facebook to just see you sell stuff. I'm like, okay. So, all right. And don't forget to post. Try to make that something that you do consistently 3 times a day. Doesn't mean that, again, you might have something come up in your day where you just don't get on there and post, or don't post 3 times, but try to not go too long without posting. So, and never ask questions, or never, okay. I was rereading what I said. Make sure you do your call to action. So don't try to post too often without asking some sort of a question, and also make sure you reply to the people who comment again. All right. So a profile page, a Facebook profile versus a Facebook page. So I want you to use your profile to share about you, about your journey. You can definitely talk about what workouts you're doing. You can definitely talk about Shakeology. You can definitely even give a shout out and say, I'm loving this challenge group that I'm in, and these ladies are doing awesome, but don't go right out and sell and promote on your Facebook profile. It's meant to be a place for you to send friend requests and to connect with people. I have to come put it down there. You guys are covering my thing here. To connect with people on a more personal level. Your Facebook page, on the other hand, is a place where you can share a little bit more about Beachbody. Again, try not to make it straight up salesy. You don't want to post stock photos of the workouts you're doing, but it is a great place where you could put in, hey, if you want more information about this workout, I would love to talk with you about it. Different things along those lines. You could also run ads that will help you attract people that you may not otherwise be able to attract because you were not connected with them through your regular Facebook. That's something, again, that one will go more into detail over how to run ads here in the next few weeks. But just know that is one reason why you can use a Facebook page, because your Facebook page is meant for business where your profile is not. You can also check your analytics so you can see how many people are seeing your posts. You can see what time people are looking at your posts. You can see what age group of people are looking at your posts. You can see if it's more men or women looking at your posts. There's a whole lot of information you can get by using your Facebook page, and that will help you hone in a little bit more on how to get better at promoting on your Facebook page and like what time to post. And you can also connect your profile to your Instagram, but it's a better idea to connect your Facebook page to Instagram, especially what poor Denise discovered here a few weeks ago. So, but your goal right now is to use both your profile and your Facebook page. That's something that can change, so if you down the road here not too long ago, it was more recommended to just kind of shut down your profile and just use your page. But these are from like Christine Dwyer, Shalene Johnson, some of the more people who are more out there teaching people about how to use social media and use Facebook. But now they're steering back towards using your profile page unless you're somebody like them who have just been building your page for a while. But now it's a better idea to use a little bit of both. So I know this is one thing I don't want everybody getting overwhelmed with as far as, oh my gosh, I got to do all this stuff. You will learn to work it all in, and that's what our job is to help you perfect this and continue to grow and learn when Facebook changes things up, because they always do that. So that helps keep everything interesting and exciting for us, for sure. All right. So you can use both as tools to connect and build your business, but use them in different ways. Like when I send out friend requests here the last several months, it's almost always people who are local. That's the way I want to do it right now. I mean, if it's somebody I'm connected with in a group or whatnot, then yes, sorry, yes, I will send them a friend request. But right now I'm using my profile to connect with more people locally, where I'm using my page where I can run ads, I can boost posts there, I can do different things that will help attract a wider audience, or an audience that I'm targeting, but throughout the United States instead of just here in Des Moines, Iowa. All right, so moving on to Instagram. Instagram, if you're not all that familiar with that one, it is mobile only. It can be used similarly to Facebook, but it is still a different animal in some respects.
Rebecca, Belkis is asking if you mean the like page versus the personal profile page. And yes, that's what she means. The business page is where you want to do the, boosting, running the ads, cold marketing, targeting audience that you don't necessarily have relationships with, as opposed to your personal profile page.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to say early January, February, there was a big boom with the leaders wanting everybody to shut down their personal profile and go to their like pages. But I never followed that, because you need to grow your business with your warm market first, and you need to create a following before you can shut that down and work only on your business page. So Rebecca's right. We have to do a little bit of both.
Mm-hmm. And
wanted to know, right, Belle?
Is she there? What was I going to say there? And on those same lines. Oh, and that's also now where I am just setting up any events, and then you can tag yourself and you can tag other coaches in it. But now every time I run a challenge group event, or like my Fit Club event, or even like the coaching sneak peek, I'm going to set it up through my Facebook page, because then I can also pay to boost it. I could pay to run an ad to hold on. Who else is on here? Can you guys make sure you mute yourselves? I don't want to mute everybody and then not be able for you guys to unmute to ask the questions. So yeah, that's where you're going to want to run all of your events through, and then you can tag yourself in it because you should like your own page. So then you could tag yourself in it. But these are all things that you will learn along the lines, and then those of us who've been playing around with it for a while, you can always ask that question about, it's like, oh, well, how do I do this or how do I do that? And as the weeks go on, we'll be diving a little bit deeper into different areas of the social media. So, all right. So the Instagram, do not promote your business on there unless you had it connected to your Facebook page. And you can also boost on there. You can also run ads, and it will. So Facebook and Instagram are the same company now. So anything that you do through your Instagram as far as running ads is going to be connected to your Facebook account, like what you use to pay for ads on Facebook. Use hashtags that are more unique on your posts, and use those hashtags to connect to others that are in your target market. There's nothing wrong with posting things like fitness and workouts, but those things, for one, they're going to get lost really fast because everybody's using those. So if somebody goes in to search for fitness or workouts, they're might not see your post because there's so many other people. It's just going to keep rotating. Does that make sense? If you use something that is a little bit more targeted, there's going to be fewer people using that hashtag. And when people go in to search that hashtag, they're going to have a higher chance of seeing what you're posting and connect with you. I'm going to use like Dave and Doug as an example, because Dave was using, can you remind me what hashtag he was using, Denise? Denise, do you remember?
It was like cop related stuff, and with all the negativity that was going on, the anti-police and the Black Lives Matter, he was targeting the wrong people.
Yeah, so he was using those, and then that's how he met Doug. I've been using.
That was the positive that came out of it, actually. Doug was the one positive.
Did we get some negative people in that or something?
Well, he was getting just like, because of everything that was going on, and this was just like Black Lives Matter, so they were hashtagging the same things, like
okay,
stuff that Dave was tagging, and then he was getting likes and comments from the wrong people.
Okay.
So it's hit or miss.
So if you're getting comments from people that you don't particularly want to be attracting, that would be a good lesson to figure out. It's like, all right, how can I do this? Another one is when you get on Instagram, you'll get lots of, hey, here's how you can get more followers, and all these annoying ones. So the more popular the hashtag, the more likely you're going to get those really annoying comments. They're annoying, they're harmless, they're just annoying. It's like, you look, it's like, oh, I got a comment. Oh God, it's one of those people. So I just report them and block them, but there's a zillion of them out there. But if you use things like I've been using, you guys know, it's like I quit drinking. It's going on 17 years ago. So I've been using Sober Girls, and I don't know, Sober is Sexy. There's like a few of them. So you can actually find one of something that an area, a group, people that you want to connect with, and punch that in the search bar, and then you can find out what other tags are kind of associated with that as well. So then you can kind of search those and decide which ones you want to use. Now, I've been using the same thing that Denise was using, the Tag-O-Matic, but I've been saving those tags in there, and then when I have a few slots empty, so then if I want to add a few different ones when I share those tags, those hashtags, I can. So like if it's Monday and I put a post up, a motivational post, I'll put Monday, you know, which I'm not going to do every day. But some of the rest of them, I just been using them over and over again. And, you know, it's kind of helping me connect with people. Plus, you can use those same hashtags to search for other people and connect with them. So that is the other reason why you're going to want to use more targeted, more unique hashtags. I got to move you guys again here. Hold on. So Instagram is great for motivational posts. It's great for images of your life. It's great for video and like, you know, just like of your life kind of things. And then instructional videos. Some of the ones that I really like are, what's Melissa's? Melissa made something like that. And she does little workout videos. Or Natalie Jill, she's got like little workout videos. Or just videos like with how they're trying to be like Snapchat. You can use the video that way. You can also do more of just a little talk, a little promo, a little something on there. They're not very long. What are they? A minute now? I got to pull you guys back up. So I don't really do a whole lot of Instagram videos. So it's just on regular Instagram, it's a minute, right? Okay. So you can do a minute long video where on Snapchat, you can only do 10-second videos. You can do them back to back to back and make a longer video, but you can only do 10 seconds at a time. So Snapchat is, I put new kid on the block because it's not really new, but it's new to us grown-ups. So you can use it for videos. You can use it to help show your life like a reality show. Nicole is awesome at this one. I love Nicole's Snapchats because she's just always showing her kids and they crack me up. And Taylor, she's like little Miss Snapchat. She just, every time she's like, yeah, she's in there all the time. So Nicole is kicking butt on Snapchat as far as, you know, getting on there and using it for the video and using it for things that, you know, makes her life like a reality show. So you can be more raw and real on Snapchat. You don't have, I mean, again, it's like I kind of lean towards being a little bit more PC, as in not being a jerk kind of person. But you know, you can still kind of show things that are going on in your life, different things going on. You can kind of be Danielle Natoni is kind of cracking me up because she's so upset that the Bumblebee filter is not there, and she's always every day complaining about the Bumblebee video filter not being on there. It's just kind of funny. I'm like, part of me is like, okay, but because Bumblebee filter's not one of my favorites. I mean, it was sort of, but anyway, I digress. It's a great way to talk to people and let them get to know who you are as a person, because that, especially not just in Snapchat, but on all the formats, video is becoming bigger and bigger. So if you have a fear of the camera, you're going to have to start getting over it and just be real and just go out there and do it, and it will get easier for you. Let me move you guys again. The fun filters, if you haven't played with those filters, they are hilarious. Some of them are really stupid, but most of them are fun to use. And there's especially like the one that makes you look awesome, even if you just worked out and have no makeup on. And one of the more, it could be a positive or negative, depending on how you look at it, but the posts disappear after 24 hours. We can save them now. If you want to come back and use them later, you can save them and post them on other social medias if you want. There's ways to do that as well. But the negative is they also disappear after 24 hours, whereas on Instagram or Facebook, they will stay there forever. All right, Twitter. Twitter is fast-paced. Twitter posts are short and to the point. You can also use hashtags to find posts you want to interact with. You can connect your Instagram and Facebook to Twitter, but don't do it the other way around because people on Facebook don't want to see Twitter posts. I used to do that a long time ago. And you can connect with people, and when the time is right, you can see about connecting with them on Facebook to further build your relationship with them. Pinterest. I don't have a whole lot on Pinterest. I love Pinterest, but Pinterest, the main thing that you're going to want to use Pinterest for as far as your business goes is to promote content on your blog. People, you can connect with people on there. It's just not as easy. People are not as interactive on Pinterest as they would be on, say, Facebook, Instagram, or even Twitter. LinkedIn is a more professional site. It can be a great tool for connecting with people and building relationships. And you can also promote your content on there, as in mainly blog posts, which we're not going to, especially if you're a newer coach, we're not going to talk about blogs just yet with you. YouTube is great for posting videos you make. You can also use this to effectively build relationships because, again, with the video, people will be able to see you and connect with you. You can teach things. Something else I did not put on here that I should have is YouTube videos can be found by Google because they're the same company. So have you ever gone on there or gone either to Google or YouTube looking for a video on how to do something? You know, you're going to find YouTube. And I don't know, I love videos. I love watching videos. I love making them as well. Anyway, all right. So what social media platform should I be on? I'm going to say Facebook, first and foremost, because it's still the big dog. And then just pick one other platform that suits your personality at this time. So don't stress about, it's like, oh my God, there's all these different platforms. I have to learn them all. No, you don't. That being said, you can work on having a presence on some or all the others because you can connect, like on Instagram, you can post your Instagram posts to Facebook, to Twitter, to, you know, I didn't even put on here, but Tumblr, you know, you could do that, and then people on that format can find your posts that way. Doesn't mean that you have to be on Twitter all the time. It doesn't mean you have to learn all these different ones. Doesn't mean you have to go out tomorrow and start a Snapchat if you haven't already, although I'm going to say that that should be one of them that you should learn here in the near future because that's one of the more popular ones now. Don't stress about mastering them all. Just focus on two of them. And if and when you feel like it, you can add a third or fourth. But not yet, just focus primarily on Facebook. And like I said, one other platform. But find one that you're going to enjoy doing. And if you have to play around with them a little bit, and before you decide what the second one is, go right ahead and do that. But just figure out one that you're going to want to and then consistently use it. All right, so here's some action steps to do within the next few days. Some of these you might not have to do because you might already have it this way, but otherwise, here are some reminders. Make sure that your Facebook profile is a closer up picture of you, that your header should be something that shows something about your life. Open a Facebook page if you don't already have one, and we will work on how to use your Facebook page in the next coming weeks. But take that plunge if you haven't already. You don't have to start posting on it this week. Just get it opened up. And then focus on trying to figure out which other platform you want to use and make that your secondary platform. And remember, don't use your Facebook profile or Instagram profile to do major promoting. Save that for your Facebook page and your Instagram linked to your Facebook page. And one more thing I should have probably put on there, a couple other things at least. It's okay to send friend requests to people if you have at least like 5 or so friends in common. But just don't go crazy and send like 100 friend requests out. 5 or 10 is ideal. And then if you're going to go tomorrow and send out some more, or 2 days from now, there is a spot that you need to go to on your Facebook profile under your friends. You need to find where you have your sent friend requests and delete ones that were not accepted. Because there is such thing as Facebook jail. Facebook will take away your privileges to send friend requests if they think that you're sending out too many friend requests. And we don't know what that magic number is. You'll just get something pop up saying, you sent out too many friend requests. So we are stopping your ability to send friend requests. And you don't even know how long it's for sometimes. Same thing will happen if you try to send too many Facebook messages to people in too short a time. I even got my ability to not like Facebook pages because I was going through, people can invite you to like their Facebook page, and I had not liked them, so I was just going through and I was liking them, and then I don't even know what the number, but Facebook said, nope, you can't like any more pages, you've been liking them too fast. I'm like, okay, then why do you have people have it as an option so people can invite you to like pages? But whatever. Denise got her video taken away from her for a while. So, there's different things. Some of the stuff you don't know until it happens. But I do know if you send too many friend requests in too short a period of time, and if you don't have a lot of people in common with them, Facebook that's going to send up a red flag, and they're going to take away your privileges. At least for a few days. Sometimes it's a month. I think I've been put in Facebook jail for like a month for friend requests. So I know. So that's why I was just so scared to even send any for the longest time. All right. So we've got time for questions here. Let me see if I can get you all up here. Otherwise I might have to stop screen sharing. So, all right. Questions, comments? What did I miss? What do you want to add? Denise?
I'd like to add something to that.
Okay.
Being that Facebook is moody lately. So today I was adding my customers to the 5-day clean eating challenge group. And I think I got to 35 when Facebook didn't allow me to add any more. And I tried again, and then I said, oh, wait a minute, something's wrong. So I said, let me wait a couple hours. And sure enough, 2 hours later, I tried, and then it allowed me to start adding people. So that's another thing. So when you guys start these, your own challenges, which you guys will be doing soon, just know that you can't add too many people too fast to the page. So just maybe do 5 to 10 at a time, then wait a few minutes before, because I was just going bam, 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 like 35 people in a row I added, and then it didn't let me add any more. So, all these new rules, and like Rebecca said, you never know what you're doing wrong, because so many things are changing now.
Yep. There's another one. Oh, same thing with inviting people to your, events. They don't want you inviting a whole bunch of people. And I even got to the point of probably something similar to that. Like it would only let me invite like 35 people or something. So, you don't know what it is. So that was, that was through my Facebook profile. That was one of the last ones I set up that way. So that's another reason why I'm putting it on my page now. So.
Guys do your event, or when we do an event, like a group thing, maybe go with like maybe 20 a day, right?
Yeah. So don't try to invite everybody. There used to be even plugins where you could invite everybody on your friend list. There used to be plugins that you could download to do that. Not through Facebook, but it would, anyway. But those don't even work anymore. So, and still Facebook wouldn't allow you to do that, because it has popped up on me. You're not inviting people. You have a high number of people who are not coming to your events. So I think that was one of the spots where they are like, so you can't invite that many people anymore. Like, okay, whatever. So, there's ways around everything with that. You can try waiting, if like Denise did, waiting a little while to see if it will revert back. You can, I've lost my train of thought. You, like with what you're doing with the people, you could maybe put the link to the group and have it private so they can at least find it and get on there.
Yeah, but you see, I don't want to do that with the 5-day clean eating challenge, because there's a whole bunch of people who are interested, and I wanted to make it clear that if you're interested, you're not going to be added to this private Facebook page.
Right.
To be going. Because we don't add people if they don't want to be added.
Right.
Groups.
Yeah.
So by adding the link, I thought about that, but then by adding the link, I'm giving everybody a chance to, request to get in, and then we're going to have a whole bunch of people request and waiting for approval, and I didn't want that either.
Good point.
But it was good that we did it with the group, because
Uh-oh, she froze up. Maybe she'll come back. Let's see if her connection comes back here. So that's another thing, like with Facebook. You don't know what the rules are, but from hindsight, we could tell you. Another thing, you don't want to be in a whole bunch of groups or be the administrator of a whole bunch of groups. So like even today, I was going through as we were driving home and making sure I was like closing out groups that I have been in before, that I've started before. So like Denise has been, some of the ones that we do as a group, she's been scrubbing them and reusing them. She calls them scrubbing them. Yeah, it's like, I don't want to freak you guys out, but I'm just trying to tell you different things that could happen if you do things in a certain way. So, friend request is fine. I've sent out up to 20 here lately a day, and I haven't gotten kicked out of sending friend requests, but I do go in and delete out the ones that did not accept. Doesn't mean you can't send them another one. Events, make sure that you don't invite thousands of people. Do a few a day. Post, you can share it, you can put it on your Facebook page and then share it to your profile. Hey, I'm doing this event, all the information's over here on my Facebook page. And I think that's all right. I haven't had any problems doing stuff like that. So just be careful with it. If you're not sure, it's like it's not going to be the end of the world if you do get put in Facebook jail, especially the first time. It's like hours or days. So don't be freaked out about trying it. But if you're not sure, check with me, check with Denise, check with Nicole, see if something like that, if we've ever had any issues or heard anything. But like even Christine Dwyer got her Facebook shut down like last year, and she couldn't post in her groups. She couldn't do anything because they actually shut down her whole Facebook. And she figured out that it probably had to do with the fact that she was admin to too many groups. So anyway, you guys have any other questions, comments? All makes perfect sense, or you're just so now totally more confused than you were before?
Yeah, the way from there.
So, all right. So watch for those different events that we have coming up that I talked about at the beginning. Make sure that we're sharing that and talking to people about that. The sneak peeks. You can do tomorrow night with Tara. You can do Thursday night with us. We would like to have more of you start stepping up when we do ours. That's going to be the second from the last Thursday of every month, except for November because that's Thanksgiving. So we will do it the week before. But yeah, so that's something that we'll talk about a little bit more, but those will be done in the Facebook event. So, all right. Well, if you guys don't have any other questions or anything, we shall sign off. And if you think of anything in the meantime that has anything to do with our social media stuff, go ahead and let us know, and we will talk about it. And as the weeks go by, we will kind of get a little bit deeper into some of the other things that we know and are learning about. So, all right, guys. I think we lost Denise for good now. So.
Awesome. Thanks, Rebecca.
You're welcome. Thanks for getting on here, guys. And I will talk with you all soon.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Get down.